it comes to learning, there's nobody ahead and nobody behind. I don't believe I was born with all the skills. I don't believe I was born confident. What I do know is that if I decide that I'm gonna go in on something, I'm either gonna go big or I'm gonna go home.
In this edition of Interview, we are joined by an entrepreneur turned educational motivator. He has reached 35 million people across his social media channels, as well as his live performances. He joins us today, and you might know him a little bit better as the Yogi in a Lamborghini. It's a very warm welcome to Master Sri Akarshana.
Namaste. Thank you for having me.
Let's start off with where it all began. Tell us a little bit more about your upbringing and where you're from.
I'm originally from the UK, so I was brought up in the UK, and but my parents were from Hong Kong, so they came over when they were very young, and now we're here in Dubai.
So tell us about, the start of your entrepreneurial journey. Where did that all begin, and what sort of inspired you at a young age?
My dad was an entrepreneur, so he had multiple restaurants, so I grew up learning about taking bank loans, then setting up a business and cash flow and all of this. And I was not so good at school. And so because I was a straight D grade student, I had to find something else to do. And my dad said to me at the time, he said, well, you're not going to find a job, any good job, so you might as well get into business. And so that's how I started in the food franchise business.
You're a very successful entrepreneur. You became a millionaire at the age of 25. Tell us about that journey.
It was very interesting because back then, all I knew was to make money, because my dad said, make money and you'll be successful. So I was very money driven at the time. And one of the opportunities I got into was steel and rubber recycling. And when I did that, there was one of the first deals we struck was for around $15 million. So, yeah, it just happened. We just took a chance and it worked out.
So, I mean, you started off as Eric Ho in Newcastle. Tell us about this journey to becoming Master Sri as well then.
After the whole entrepreneurship journey and making money there, I think I got a little bit lost chasing materials, supercars, watches, houses, yachts, all that type of thing. I got what we refer to like as an awakening. Life isn't about just the material world, there's more to it. And so I embarked on a whole journey where it was all about learning about yoga, meditation, breath work, and that helped me out of the depression at the time. And because it helped me so much, I decided to go deeper on the journey. And so I met a Himalayan yogi from India, and I went out there and I started learning from him. After a couple of years, he told me one day that he wants to give me the blessing of spiritual master title, so I would have to undergo a whole series of trainings in the Himalayas, in the mountains, and I was going to be the first disciple to get this title. So it was very exciting at the time. I didn't know what it was going to be about, but then I realized there was a much bigger mission to it.
Tell us a little bit more about where this viral name has come from, Yogi in a Lamborghini.
That is our main message to the world. I think that we see in this world there's two categories of people. The first type are the people who are non-stop chasing one goal after another. And we always have this big question for everybody. We've always had it, which is, why are we here? Why do we do what we do? What's the point in life? We just come, live, make money, die. What's the point? Then you have the other side of the spectrum, which are these spiritual people who are like all meditation every day and barefoot walking on grass and hugging trees and things. And then these two categories usually don't understand each other. And the idea, what I've realized through my life, is that we have to bridge the gap. It's not about one or the other. It's saying that, hey, we need to learn presence of mind and breath work and things like that, and happiness, fulfillment. But at the same time, we live in a material world, so money does matter. And so to get across that point, that's when I said, you know what, I want to make it so that people just get the point straight away. I'm going to buy a Lamborghini, and I'm going to continue to practice yoga and spirituality, and I'm also going to tell people that I don't care about the Lamborghini, so our message could go out there. Because all the people who are chasing materials would see the Lamborghini and say, hey, this is for me, I want to learn something. And then all of the spiritual people would come on this channel saying, why is he driving a Lamborghini?
So for people watching this at home, what are your sort of key messages if people want to live the same sort of life?
I think it's to, first of all, learn about yourself. Learn about how to find peace and happiness from within. When we start from that, instead of always chasing that next goal and thinking, because people always think, I will be happy once I achieve X, Y, Z. But then when they achieve the thing, they always think, oh, I need to achieve the next thing, or I need to achieve more. But instead of keep pushing happiness backwards, we flip it around and say, hey, how about we learn about presence of mind, happiness and fulfillment here now, while not getting lost in that whole la-la land, but still also knowing, okay, I can still set goals, I can still have things I want in life, and if I have these two perspectives, then I can achieve a lot more in life.
Tell us a little bit about your passions today. What are you involved in today?
Our passion is all about helping people. So right now, we are opening up a yoga center. It's going to be the biggest yoga center in Dubai, because Dubai like everything to be the biggest, so we decided to do the same thing. It'll be open in around a month's time. It's around 8,500 square foot unit. And so we're going to be bringing a lot of people along this journey, building the community here, helping with health and well-being. And mental health as well. But one of the side projects that we've launched and we're very excited about is in the NFT space. So this year we launched 3 NFT collections. All of them have done exceptionally well. We've got thousands of people within that community right now. And I believe Dubai is the space for that as well, because they are very active now in the crypto and NFT space as well. So we want to contribute towards that. That's exciting. But aside from just selling, let's say, pixelated artwork that a lot of people are doing, ours has a real utility to it, where everybody who holds the NFT will be able to get free access to the yoga center and all the trainings.
Do you feel that mindfulness and manifestation really can help sort of bridge the gap within society?
For sure. It's a big thing. Mindfulness is everything. I mean, every single day, even across our channels, we get many people messaging saying, I'm on the verge of suicide, what can I do? And, whether we like it or not, it's happening every moment all around the world. And it's very important for people to start learning, developing that self-love, self-awareness, and having that peace of mind, so definitely very important.
And what's your final message when it comes to a more mindful life, mentally and physically?
Live in the present moment. I think that most people are either doubting the future. What's going to happen tomorrow? How am I going to survive? What's going to happen? Am I going to win? Am I going to not? And some people are always thinking about the past. What happened in the past, it's really bad, I regret it, I made the wrong decision, all the rest of it. And I think if people just took one thing away, and that would be presence of mind, meaning I'm here now, you're here now, we're alive. It doesn't matter what's happening at home, doesn't matter what you're doubting for tomorrow, but we should be very grateful right now. You're breathing, I'm breathing. I mean, I'm smiling, you're smiling, that's beautiful, right? And if people could learn to live in every moment that way and practice love and compassion that way in every moment, then everything manifests, because this moment is the moment that creates our past, and it's the moment that creates our future too.
So, Master Sri, thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Interview on Euronews.
Thank you for having me.